What's up, guys? This is Gunzilla here, and today I'm bringing you a little bit of Titanfall beta gameplay on the map Angel City, playing a little bit of hardpoint domination. It's basically domination, if you're familiar with Call of Duty, where you got to at least get 2 out of the 3 capture points in order to win the game. So yeah, guys, I was fortunate enough to get a beta code and to play the online beta of Titanfall, and I must say it is a really, really good beta and a really good game. You know, it's just very, very fun. It's very refreshing too. Like, it has a familiar feel, but also a refreshing feel that a game really needs to really succeed in that game market, and this game has it. It's very fun, very intuitive with all the new features, but still it hits home though with the familiarness, and that's what I really enjoy. It's not too far, it's not too futuristic. It doesn't feel like a Halo, even though it might look like it. But it feels more like a Call of Duty, and that's what, you know, maybe that's because obviously part of the Respawn Entertainment development team came from Infinity Ward, who makes Call of Duty. So yeah, maybe that's a possibility why it still feels kind of like Call of Duty, which is good, but also has their spin on it, you know, their take on a first-person shooter, which is just really good. But there is a potential open beta possibility for people who haven't got a chance to play the beta, who didn't get a beta code or who didn't sign up. There is a possibility that they're talking about having an open beta where everybody is just open to the public. Anybody can go play the beta, and I just think that's really good, you know, really fun. I think they're getting sick of how to deal with the codes. Who knows? But anyway, that's great for us. You know, the whole public gets to play it, and you know, really it helps them find more bugs and fixes. That's really the whole point of the game, is to just really help them make a better, just a finished product when the game comes out. That's really the whole point of the beta is, and it's just really good that they did a beta. And first off, you know, I love betas. They're really fun. It gives you just a sneak peek of what to really look forward to for the original game. So yeah, let's talk about the Titanfall gameplay mechanics and all that stuff, and just really what the Titanfall, you know, what it is, you know, what exactly does it consist of, and how is it different from Call of Duty. So there's 12 players at a time on the field, 12 human players, 6 you know, on your team, including you, and 6 enemy players. So there's also bots or cold grunts. Now, grunts, they're really, really just easy to kill, but it also makes up for all the hard kills, trying to kill a pilot, trying to kill a Titan. You know, it can be just really satisfying to get a bot kill. Even though you know it's a bot kill, it makes you feel good, because I'm telling you, Titan and pilot kills don't really come by easy if you're not experienced. You have to get really experienced. You have to know the lay of the map in order to really be successful against humans. You know, you're not going to, you can't play this like Call of Duty. You know, it really has just a different mechanic to it, where humans are just really something that you have to really watch out for. But yeah, the grunts are just really easy to kill. You don't get many points, so yeah, you'll see the grunts most likely in groups, and you'll take 2 or 3 out at a time, and so forth. So there are anti-Titan weapons. Now the anti-Titan weapons, you're in your pilot class. You have a class setup in your loadout. You have a primary weapon, a secondary weapon. You have an anti-Titan weapon, and then you have a bunch of equipment and kinds of basically like perks and stuff like that. But the anti-Titan weapon is in your class, and it is for against Titans. Obviously, it's in its name. So if you see an enemy Titan, you can pull it out, and it will do some serious damage to the enemy Titans. It'll do a whole lot more than your primary, secondary weapons, because they're really not good and not really meant for taking down Titans. Obviously, you want to take down, you know, pull out that anti-Titan weapon, and it goes to work on it. But the only trick to that is not being seen and not getting killed by the Titans, because most of the time I find that they eventually start seeing where you're at. You know, you might can get 2 or 3 shots off depending on what anti-Titan weapon you get, if it's a lock-on or just kind of automatic, or semi-automatic one, whichever you want to call it. You know, depending on which one you have, I find that they can spot you easily and kill you easily before you can get into cover. So, you know, keep that in mind when you do pull out an anti-Titan weapon. It's best to take a Titan out with a Titan. So there's 3 different game modes: attrition, hardpoint domination, which we're playing now, and last Titan standing. Now, last Titan standing is basically everybody starts out in the Titan, and when the Titan gets destroyed, if you eject in time, you get to run around as a pilot, but once you die, you're dead for the round. So it's basically like search and destroy, but with Titans. So it's really cool. The team who has the last Titan standing obviously wins the round or win the game. I don't know if it's round based or not. I haven't yet to play it. I've only really played attrition and hardpoint domination. Attrition, by the way, is basically their twist on TDM. and you get more points for depending on what you kill. You know, if you kill humans, you're gonna get more points towards your, you know, team's like winning pot, or I don't know what you call it, your team score. And if you kill grunts, you're not going to get as much because they're really easy to kill. That's why, you know, they're so little. Their value is not worth much in the game, but it does, like I said, satisfying when you do, you know, kill them. So the Titan mechanics, you have a vortex thing where it kind of collects these bullets. As you'll see, like this little shield. You put out your arm, and it collects any enemy opposing fire that, you know, shoot directly in front of you, and then you can throw it back at them, which is really good. The vortex is very helpful in your Titan. And you also have, you know, your missiles in my Titan. Like you can get RBs and missiles, and a whole bunch of missiles come out. So it's very fun. And then you can sprint. You have two little dashes where you can sprint, stuff like that. So the Titan mechanics are not overpowered as you would think if you're in a Titan. Like, you know, Titan versus Titan, they're not overpowered, but Titan versus Pilot, obviously you're going to be at a disadvantage if you're at a Pilot because of all the machinery and all the, you know, health and stuff, armor that the Titan has. So, you know, I find it to let Titans take down Titans, and to really pilots, you're just really concerned about other pilots. You know, of course, if there's one out there and I know I can get a good shot on him, I'll pull out my anti-Titan weapon and start shooting at him. But yeah, most of the time I just let, you know, like I said, Titans take out Titans that is most effective. You know, you really don't last in your Titan long. When you call in your Titan, you're not going to be staying in it for a whole game, most likely, unless, I don't know, you know, you're playing in a weird lobby. But most of the time I find that you only stay within maybe a few minutes, if that, if you're lucky, because, you know, you quickly get into a Titan battle really quick, and before you know it, you know, you have 2 or 3 Titans against you, and that's, you know, how you most likely die, or someone who's really good in a Titan kills you, and stuff like that. So it's all stuff to consider when pulling out a Titan. I find it to really, you're more effective being a pilot than you are a Titan, but there are times where you need to be a Titan and so forth. But there's also different modes that you can put your Titan into. You have this like Guardian mode, I think, where it tries to follow you and it fends for itself. But I do find when it fends for itself, it doesn't really fend for itself. It just dies pretty quickly. You know, compared to, you know, when you're going up against human players are more smarter than the little bots. So obviously your bot-controlled Titan, or your Guardian, whatever you want to call it, it just doesn't really match up well with that. So it's best if you're going to control a Titan, you can actually control it. Don't actually, you know, just call it in and let it fend for itself, because it just probably, you know, won't be there for long. So they have actually large maps in the Titanfall, you know, beta. The 2 maps that we have are Fracture, Angel City, and Angel City is what I'm playing on now. But both of the maps are really big, so they cater to assault rifles that I find. You know, if you're using a shotgun, you're going to be at a disadvantage, obviously, and if you're using submachine guns, you're going to be at somewhat of a disadvantage. Most of the gunfights are manageable if you're at least using a submachine gun, but, you know, still, I find that assault rifles work best on these 2 maps. Now, I'm curious to see if they're going to have, on the original, you know, on the game, are they going to have all these large maps, or they're going to have some small maps, you know, and how would that work with Titans? That's to keep in mind. So, you know, like I said, I'm curious to see how they're going to do the maps when the, you know, game actually gets released. So there's 3 or 4 different guns. You have a shotgun, you have an assault rifle, you have a submachine gun, and then you have a smart pistol, which can lock on to heads and automatically for you, and then you can just shoot depending on if it's you can easily kill a grunt or a bot, but humans, it takes more bullets and a longer time to lock on. Obviously, that's the way they balance it out, and so forth, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, thumbs the video up, helps me out a lot, and I have a whole lot more stuff to cover on Titanfall, so I'll be coming out with future gameplay commentaries on that, and a whole bunch of live comms and a whole bunch of stuff that I have planned for it, guys. So I hope you've enjoyed. Peace out.